reaching out and finding other people like me. I know that there are online resources and online chat boards and things like that, but definitely don't keep it in. Don't keep it to yourself, just because I know for me, for the longest time, I thought my anxiety thoughts and my depression thoughts were normal. I thought that's how everyone thought. So I never really thought of anything to ask for help, just because I was like, oh, well, no, like this is how everyone feels. And it wasn't until I expressed the thoughts that I was talking about to other people, and they said, Rachel, that's not normal, and not in a condescending way. They were just like, that's like, you should talk to someone about this. That's when I was able to kind of explore my mental health and how other people might have it differently than me or anything like that. So absolutely, even if it's not successful the first time, definitely reach out to people, just because you're going to drive yourself up the wall if you just isolate yourself.
Thank you for sharing that. And then how can people find you on Instagram?
I am at Shots to Shakes. Funny little name I came up with.
How did we come up with that name?
Thank you. Yes, Shots to Shakes. And I have an email link there too. So if anyone ever wants to reach out to me or share their story or ask for help, I'm always an email away or an Instagram message away. So there's always that.
I want to know, how did you come up with that name?
Honestly, I'm trying to think. Because I told you that I started it was going to be like a fitness Instagram. So it was just going to be like Rachel Brady Lifts, which is so generic. So I was like, no, I need to think of something catchier. And I thought, okay, well, what sums up my fitness journey? And the first thing I thought was, well, I used to be a huge partier, and now I just drink protein shakes all the time. So Shots to Shakes. It was when I was working in communications too, so my marketing brain was definitely like on full high.
That's awesome. So any other words of wisdom you want to share before we depart here today?
Your journey, so to anyone listening to this, I guess, I know that there are people listening that have maybe years of clean time, or maybe they are still drinking and they just don't know how to stop or anything. I want to let them know that there's no such thing as a perfect timeline. They might feel like, oh, I'm in my 30s or 40s or 50s and I'm just starting to consider quitting drinking. It's too late for me, or anything like that. It's never too late. You already have the self-awareness that you can become a better person, and that's the first step. And, the more that you are open to admitting your shortcomings and being able to move on from them, the better. And so that's the main thing I want to reiterate.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, Rachel, I have to say you are absolutely a recovery rock star, and I can't thank you enough for sharing your background and the challenges with the mental health and providing some valuable insights. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Of course.
Thanks for being in recovery, rock stars. I guess today's episode is done. In all seriousness, though, Kevin appreciates you being part of this community. RecoveryRockstars.com. Want to email us? Kevin@RecoveryRockstars.com. Facebook, Recovery Rockstars. Instagram us @RecoveryRockstars. Kevin's wardrobe brought to you by Kevin. Kevin's transportation brought to you by Kevin. Kevin's cable bill paid by Kevin so he can keep this podcast going. Goodbye.